In this lesson, we are going to see how to manage OpenAI API key the Emacs way. So far, we've set ChatGPT API key variable to our OpenAI API key in the file chatgpt.l. But this is not the correct way to store API keys. In this lesson, we will see how to do it properly. In Emacs, we can use the files .authinfo and .authinfo.gpg, the encrypted version with GPG, in the home directory. And we can put API keys in those files, and we have a function in Emacs Lisp that we can use to get API keys that are stored in those files. So this is what we are going to do. And we are going to do the version that is not encrypted, but the code that we are going to write works for both. So the first thing we do is to set the variable ChatGPT API key to nil. So we evaluate that, we save that file such that we can no longer send any request to OpenAI. And let's define the file auth like that, info, in which we are going to put our API key. So we want OpenAI. After we pass password and we pass the OpenAI key. We save that file, and now we are going to modify the function chatgpt-command that use ChatGPT API key and that use it to build the curl command. So this is where we want to do the modification. We are going to check if ChatGPT API key is null. So if it's null, we need to define it and get its value from authinfo file. So as we don't want to do that each time, we are going to set that variable ChatGPT API key the first time we need it. And we use the function auth source pick first password. We pass host, and here we need to put OpenAI. So the same that we've put in authinfo file. So now we could try to use ChatGPT with that modification of the code, but I don't know why when we do changes to .authinfo files during the Emacs session, or we create that file, those changes are not taken into account. So we can check that right now. If we evaluate just that last expression, we see in the echo area we get nil, and we would like to get the API key. So no problem. What we are going to do is to start an Emacs session and do it in another session and see how it works. So we saved everything, and now we go in a terminal, Emacs. We want to start Emacs with chatgpt.l file. Now we evaluate that buffer. So eval buffer command we use, we press that. So now we can use that package. And before we do that, let's really check that by evaluating that variable ChatGPT API key, that its value is nil. So we see that in the echo area. So now let's call the function ChatGPT. We are in the prompt buffer. We enter the prompt foo. We press Ctrl+C, Ctrl+C, and everything is working. So we've read the API key in the file .authinfo, and now let's evaluate that last variable and see that ChatGPT API key has been set to our OpenAI API key. So everything is working, and this is much better to have the API keys in a proper place. This was the last lesson of the ChatGPT Emacs course. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned a lot. We're done.